If you're a Gen Xer or an older millennial, there are probably a few jingles you could still sing perfectly, even if you haven't heard them in 30 or 40 years. You might forget phone numbers, appointments, even birthdays. But one tiny gum commercial or toy jingle starts, and suddenly every lyric is still right there. This video is going to test that. For the next half hour, you and the Nostalgia Nest are going on a time travel trip back to the 1980s, when TV commercials weren't just background noise, they were a core part of our everyday lives. Here's the challenge. As you watch, count how many products you recognize before the logo appears. If you nail more than 15, you officially qualify as raised by television. Let's see how far your memory goes. And if you're watching this with a friend or sibling, make it a competition. Let's start with the unsung heroes of the decade. Gum, mints, ketchup, and all the little things that somehow got legendary ads. There was that cinnamon gum that basically turned fresh breath into a love story. The camera floated through scenes of couples kissing, hugging, and lingering just a little longer, all because this gum supposedly outlasted every other brand. What's wild is how they managed to connect something as boring as gum to big moments. Airport goodbyes, date nights, first kisses in the rain. These weren't just chewers, they were 80s movie leads with perfect hair and wind machines. Even now, if someone just hums a few notes of that jingle around the right crowd, you'll see people instantly smile and finish the line. That's the power of a good jingle. It doesn't just sell a product, it bookmarks a moment in time. Then, on the other end of the spectrum, you had ketchup, a condiment. And yet, somehow, the ketchup ads felt almost dramatic. You remember the shot. A glass bottle held upside down over a plate, the thick red ketchup taking forever to fall. Maybe a kid waiting for it to hit his burger, staring in suspense. While you waited, the jingle reminded you that the best things come to those who wait. The message was simple, but effective. This ketchup was so thick and rich that gravity itself had to work overtime. Here's a fun little thing you can do while watching. Whenever a jingle comes up that you recognize, say out loud where you used to hear it most. Saturday morning cartoons, after-school afternoons, Sunday football, or late-night TV with your parents. Those viewing rituals are as much a part of the memory as the commercial itself.
Hi, is Barbara ready?
I think you have time for a bite.
Your ketchup, it's thick and rich.
Doesn't your mom buy you Heinz?
No, why?
Just taste it.
Anticipation. Anticipation is making me wait.
Sorry you had to wait.
I'm not.
Thick, rich Heinz ketchup. The taste that's worth the wait.
And speaking of rituals, the 1980s were ruled by the jingle. Brands knew if they could get a melody into your head, you would carry their logo around with you all day. A catchy line could outlive the product, the campaign, and sometimes even the company. Think about how many random lines you still remember. The gum that made you kiss a little longer. The coffee that claimed to be the best part of waking up. The dog food that made pets come running. These weren't just ads. They became part of the language we used on the playground and at the dinner table. If you're already feeling that memory unlocked sensation, don't keep it to yourself. Hit like and drop in the comments the first commercial you remember seeing as a kid. It doesn't have to be 80s, just the earliest one burned into your brain. You'll be surprised how many people remember the exact same ones. But jingles were just one side of 80s advertising. The decade also gave us something else. Short, tiny movies disguised as ads, complete with heroes, villains, and punchlines people still quote today. Let's talk about one of the most iconic questions in advertising history. Where's the beef? In the mid-80s, Wendy's launched a campaign that poked fun at their competitors' big, fluffy buns and tiny burger patties. The commercial showed older ladies staring at a giant bun with a comically small piece of meat hiding inside. And then came that line, sharp, annoyed, perfectly delivered, a demand to know where the actual beef had gone. That phrase escaped the TV and marched straight into real life. It showed up in late-night comedy, politics, talk shows, and everyday conversations. In 3 words, the ad turned Wendy's from that other burger place into a cultural phenomenon. What's clever is that the commercial didn't show charts, statistics, or side-by-side measurements. It showed emotion, confusion, frustration, and a little bit of sass. Kids laughed, adults repeated the line, and the brand got exactly what it wanted. Everyone talking about their burger.
It certainly is a big bun.
It's a very big bun.
Big, fluffy bun.
It's a very big fluffy bun.
Where's the beef?
Some hamburger places give you a lot less beef on a lot of bun.
Where's the beef?
At Wendy's, we serve a hamburger we modestly call a single. And Wendy's single has more beef than the Whopper or Big Mac. At Wendy's, you get more beef and less bun.
Hey, where's the beef? I don't think there's anybody back there.
You want something better. You're Wendy's kind of people.
Fast food commercials didn't always rely on sarcasm, though. Sometimes they went straight for the heart. Remember that McDonald's commercial with the nervous kid at a music recital? He's on stage, playing his piece, trying not to mess up. But in his mind, he's already at McDonald's, planning his reward. A chocolate shake, a cheeseburger, fries, maybe even refusing to share them with a pesky sibling. The brilliance of that ad is how accurately it captured kid logic. I'll be brave now. I'll get the good stuff later. If you ever had to get through a school concert, a spelling bee, a big test, or a sports game, you know that feeling. Your parents might promise fast food afterward, and suddenly your courage level went up about 200%. Now, pair the fast food universe with the dream world of toys, and you've got another huge chunk of 80s commercial magic.
Hi, my name's Mike. This is a story about me and my friends. Like my mom, she's a wonderful mother. And my dad, he is one cool dude. That's my teacher. She is the best.
Mike's a super kid. Mike is very
Brilliant.
outspoken.
That's my friend Tracy. I think she's beautiful. Come on, let's take a ride to McDonald's. There's all my friends. Hey, you know, me and Dave are our best pals. We are a great team. Pie is up. Perfect. Ever since I was a little baby, people are always trying to help me. So now I love to say, welcome to McDonald's. May I help you?
The Toys R Us jingle is basically a lullaby for an entire generation. Kids racing through aisles stacked with bikes, dolls, robots, board games, and video games, singing about how they don't want to grow up. It wasn't just an ad, it was a fantasy. For a lot of kids, that store was the closest thing to a real-life wonderland. If you can still hum that song, you can probably also picture the carpeting, the sound of boxes rattling, the feeling of scanning every shelf, trying to pick just one toy. You might even remember the smell of new plastic, cardboard, and electronics that hit you right when the automatic doors opened. And then there were the Micro Machines commercials, the complete opposite energy. Instead of gentle singing, you had a high-speed announcer speaking faster than anyone thought humanly possible. The cars were tiny, the playsets folded out into full cities, and the voiceover felt like a sugar rush in audio form. Micro Machines ads made the toys feel urgent. You didn't just want them, you wanted them now, because that voice made everything sound like the most exciting thing happening on Earth.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. They got a million toys at Toys R Us that I can play with. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. They got the best for so much less. You really flip your lid.
From bikes to trains to video games, it's the biggest toy store there is.
Gee whiz!
I don't want to grow up, 'cause baby, if I did, I couldn't be a Toys R Us kid. More games, more toys. Oh boy, I want to be a Toys R Us kid.
The Micro Machine Man, presenting the most miniature motorcade of Micro Machines. Each one has dramatic details, terrific trim, precision paint jobs, plus incredible Micro Machine pocket playsets. There's a police station, fire station, restaurant, service station, and more. Perfect pocket portables to take any place. And there are many miniature playsets to play with, and each one comes with its own special edition Micro Machine vehicle and fun, fantastic features that miraculously move. Raise the boat lift at the airport marina, man the gun turret at the army base, clean your car at the car wash, raise the toll bridge. And these playsets fit together to form a Micro Machine world. Micro Machine pocket playsets, so tremendously tiny, so perfectly precise, so dazzlingly detailed, you'll want to pocket them all. Micro Machines and Micro Machine pocket playsets sold separately from Galoob. The smaller they are, the better they are.
Here's a game for this part of the video. Every time you recognize one of the toy or fast food brands on screen, pause and rate your childhood craving on a scale from 1 to 10 in the comments. 10 means I begged my parents for this weekly, and 1 means looked cool but I never got it. Nostalgia isn't just about what we had, it's also about what we wanted but never got. Those almost toys and maybe next time meals are part of the story too. If you're still here watching, you're already doing what YouTube loves. So if this is giving you that cozy time capsule feeling, hit subscribe to the Nostalgia Nest so you don't miss the next deep dive into the VHS era. Because we're not done yet. We've talked about the kids' side of the 80s. Gum, burgers, and toys. But there was another layer of commercials always hovering in the background. The grown-up world. Coffee, shampoo, mustard, and light beer, all wrapped in glossy, unforgettable ads. As kids in the 80s, we mostly tuned in for the cartoons, sitcoms, and movies. But in between those shows, we kept getting these tiny windows into the lives of grown-ups. The ads they cared about, the products they bought, the mornings and evenings they lived in. One of the most comforting of those windows was the Folgers holiday commercial. You know the one. Someone comes home early in the morning, sneaks into the kitchen, and starts brewing coffee. The smell drifts through the house, waking everyone up. There are hugs, surprised faces, and that warm logo at the end, gently reminding you that this one brand is basically the official coffee of Christmas morning.
I must have the wrong house.
Sister?
Oh, I missed you so much.
They waited up all night for you, you know.
It's a long way from West Africa.
Oh, real coffee.
He's here.
I brought you something from far away.
Really? Oh.
What are you doing?
You're my present this year.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Even if you didn't drink coffee as a kid, that commercial might still make your chest tighten a bit today. Because it's not about the drink. It's about the feeling of coming home. The idea that no matter how far you've gone, there's a place where people are happy to see you walk through the door. Then you had the world's fanciest mustard. Those ads featured well-dressed people in expensive cars, politely asking each other if they had a certain Dijon mustard. The punchline was that this rarefied, high-class flavor was actually something you could grab off a regular grocery shelf. In a decade obsessed with status symbols, cars, clothes, gadgets, this mustard became a surprisingly accessible way to feel just a little bit fancier at the dinner table. You didn't need a mansion or a yacht. You just needed a jar, and a sandwich.
Finer things in life. Happily, some are affordable, like Grey Poupon Dijon mustard. Grey Poupon is so fine, it's even made with white wine. Its original French Dijon recipe adds distinctive flavor to beef, pork, and poultry, salad dressing and sauces, and of course, sandwiches. So enjoy one of life's finer pleasures.
Pardon me, would you have any Grey Poupon? But of course.
Grey Poupon. It even has wine.
Then there were the light beer ads that turned simple slogans into nationwide catchphrases. One brand in particular hammered home its identity with a back-and-forth chant about tasting great and being less filling. Bar buddies argued, fans shouted the lines in unison, and suddenly, a beer commercial became a kind of social glue. These spots weren't really about hops or brewing techniques. They were about the dream of hanging out with friends after a long day, telling jokes, watching the game, and feeling like you were part of a larger crowd, even if you were just watching alone in your living room.
We got this game won. Yeah, you guys are buying a light beer from Miller. Yeah, let's Philly. One ounce to go. Yeah, what can he do to his mouth?
Hey, keep the change.
Here's Rodney!
Any pinch hitters left?
Here I am.
Come on, ladies!
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
Hey, wait a minute. This game isn't over yet. I caught that ball.
And don't forget the personal care side of things. The soap that insisted you weren't fully clean unless you were their version of clean.
You just can't buy a better deodorant soap than Dio. And that's saying something.
Aren't you glad you used Dial? Aren't you glad you used Dial? Aren't you glad? Aren't you glad you used Dial? Aren't you glad?
And the shampoo that promised serious care for beautiful hair. Those ads came with a sort of 80s confidence. Use this and you'll be better. You'll glow. You'll shine. Your life will be upgraded. Even kids noticed. We might not have understood every line, but we saw the slow-motion hair flips, the sparkling showers, the close-ups of smiling faces. It painted adulthood as a world where you wake up perfect, drink great coffee, spread fancy mustard on everything, and wind down with the perfect beer. So why, after all these years, are we still watching these old commercials on YouTube? Why do compilation videos of 80s ads get millions of views decades after the products and campaigns have changed? Part of it is comfort. These ads are like tiny time capsules. They bring back the furniture in our living rooms, the pattern of the carpet, the TV stands, the VCR clocks blinking 12 o'clock, the feel of sitting cross-legged on the floor too close to the screen. They take us back to nights when the biggest choice was which channel to watch, not which streaming service to open. Another part is connection. When people gather in the comments of these videos, they're not just saying, "I remember this." They're sharing specific stories. "I used to watch this at my grandma's house. We ate this every Friday night. My dad quoted this commercial for years." These ads give strangers a shared language. You might have grown up in a different state, different school, different family. But if you both remember the same gum jingle or coffee commercial, suddenly you have something deeply specific in common. And that's really what the Nostalgia Nest is about. Not just the brands, not just the products, but the moments woven around them. The snacks before bedtime, the cereal during Saturday cartoons, the fast food after a big game. The toys we begged for all year long. If this video brought back even one forgotten memory, one jingle, one toy, one cozy night on the couch, do two things before you go. First, hit like so YouTube knows there are still people out there who care about this stuff. Second, subscribe to the Nostalgia Nest and turn on notifications so you don't miss future deep dives into the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And finally, tell your story in the comments. What's one 80s commercial you can still quote almost word for word? Write it down. Tell where you used to see it and who you watched it with. You never know. Someone on the other side of the world might have lived that exact same moment. Thanks for spending this time in the nest. Rewind anytime you need that warm, fuzzy feeling again. And until the next trip back in time, keep those core memories safe.